So, fuses are all in. Let's just make sure that the electric hydraulic pumps are up. The landing gear lever is down. Flaps are in the up position and the display shows up as well. And I think with that done, we can power up the aircraft. We'll turn the battery switch to on. And the ground power mode as well. We'll tell our colleague here that we are ready to start setting up the aircraft. Let's start setting up.
Roger. I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, while he goes out for the walk around, we'll do the fire test here. It all seems to work fine. Let's do the cargo as well. And while we're down here, we can also check the config warning. That works fine as well. We'll arm the emergency exit lights. Test all of this. Test the PA system. 1, 2, 3, test. 3 gear pins are in place. We can adjust sorry, I'm struggling a bit with the views here. Yeah, there they are. And also the manual gear door. The manual gear extension door, apologies, is closed. The ProPeat covers, we can't see them, but let's say that the 5 are removed. We'll turn the voice recorder on. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Let's go back to another view. This will work better. We'll turn the voice recorder on. Let's test the flight recorder as well. Yeah, that won't do it like this. The airspeed warning. Stall warning. We can start lighting the APUs. I go back to my normal view again. On DC is on and goes to align. On DC. These are all normal and auto. And let's already request our refueling. Okay, we'll check the oxygen panel on my side and turn the parking brake on. Squawk here on the ground should be out of 2000. And let's load our flight plan in here. And also in here. We're in Manchester at stand 54. I just put this in as a reference. I'll take my GPS data from here and just compare it, and that looks sensible. So we go with that. Our route today is from Manchester to Grenoble. On the French side of the Alps. Flight number is 1432. And our call sign today will be Ryanair 468 Golf. You can't see it, but I'm checking the 80s on VATSIM. Departure is runway 23 left today. And Ryanair procedure, again, is to manually input the waypoints into the FMC. So let's do that. Our first waypoint will be Sanba. Then we take the airway November 859 to Hotel Oscar November. And then the airway Uniform Lima 612. To Ogulo. Direct to Okazi. Direct to Okeko. Direct to OKP. Direct to Mike Oscar Uniform. I'm sure this will be Moulin. Direct to Fetsi. And then the airway Alpha 3 to Lesby. Yeah, GSX wants me to input the fuel manually, so let's do that. Block fuel is 6,100 according to SimBrief. I'll load 6.5 just to be on the safe side. Where do we set the fuel here? I think FS Actions fuel, that was it. 6,500, and now normally GSX should start loading the fuel. It is already loaded in the system, but GSX pretends to load it pure visual animation. I think we can see it. There is the fuel truck. And that's all we can see. So yeah, Alpha 3 Lesby. We'll activate that for now, but then also with our departure in there, 2-3 left, and we'll have a Sunba departure. And the only Sunba departure for 2-3 left is the Sunba 1 Yankee. Let's execute that. I'll have a quick look at our arrival weather. Variable winds, so that won't tell me which runway is in use. You won't see it on your screen, but I'm checking on flight radar very quick. Yeah, we're lucky. There is traffic in Grenoble right now, and I'm seeing that in Grenoble runway 09 is used at this moment. So we'll input that, and in case something changes en route, we can also change it in the FNC. That's pretty easily done. So departure, arrival on the ILS 09. And let's see if we have a star for our last waypoint is Lesby. So yeah, we'll do the Lesby 5 Alpha arrival. GSX is starting the boarding, which is great. We are running late again due to some technical issues I had with the sim. Tweaked around a bit to avoid another WASM crash. But I'm not sure. We may still have one. For the transitions, I have no idea, so I better have a look at the charts as well. So we'll come in via the Lesby 5 Alpha arrival. Although we're in the Alps, terrain doesn't seem to be a very big issue here. And it looks like Arbon would be a transition. And we have the 1 Echo and 0 November. So let's have a look at the transitions as well. Arrivals. Let's already pin this one. Do we see the transitions here? Yeah, well, let's go with Arbon. What else do we have? Gum. Rip. Not sure what that is. We'll pin this anyway.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
That leads us to Arbon, so yeah, we'll go with Arbon.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Roger. But then we have the 1 Echo and 0 November. I don't have charts for that.
Glide slope. Pull up. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low.
Locking gear.
Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain.
We'll take the 1 Echo.
Glide
See
slope.
what happens.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Plus 100.
Minimums.
2,500. 1,000. 500.
So yeah, our first officer is checking the
300.
GPWS system,
100.
and
30.
we'll double check our flag brand route.
Thanks. Welcome. Have a nice flight.
If you do this, always double check
Wind shear.
from
Wind shear. Wind shear.
the
Too
data
low. Terrain.
to the FNC, never from the FNC to the data.
Caution. Terrain.
We'll check our sit in a minute. But that's sit. Takes us to Sunba. Yeah, we changed that. We took Han. So yeah, should check it here. So yeah, the Sunba 1 Yankee. That's what we changed to November 859, the airway to Hotel Oscar November. And from there we'll connect to Uniform Lima 612 Ogulu, direct Okazi, direct Okeko, direct Okepi. See, I do it already wrong. Don't check from here to there, but check from here to there. Direct Mike Oscar Uniform, direct Fedzi, Alpha 3 Lesbi, and then the Lesbi 5 Alpha arrival with a transition. So yeah, that is correct actually. The lag page we will only compare to the charts just after this. Let's check our flight plan as well on here, if everything looks sensible. Yeah, and that's our transition for which I did not have a chart. Arbon, Latsu. Yeah, I think we'll just connect these two. And that will give us a better descent profile. Okay, boarding is in progress. I think refueling is completed, which means we can turn the seat belt signs on. We'll check our crossfeed valve. It opens. It is open. It closes. It is closed. We have fuel only in the wind tanks, so 4 fuel pumps on. IFE. Cabin utility power all on. We'll better turn our window heat on as well. We already did check all of that. Trim air is on. Cruising altitude today will be 35,000 feet, at least initially. And the airport elevation in Grenoble is 1,300 feet. So that's set. And QNH is 1020, which is set. here and there. And the first officer has it too. Airport elevation in Manchester. Spin this one. And this one is 257, so thrust reduction altitude is 1257, which you will use in an engine out scenario. Yeah, I'm really not happy with how the buttons are controlled in the PMDG 737-800 on Microsoft Flight Simulator. That went much better in 2020. Oh my god. Yeah, that took some time, but we did it. So yes, I use the minimum functions here just to put our thrust, or a reminder of our thrust reduction altitude in case of a engine out departure. So we can turn the flight directors on. Stop altitude here in Manchester, I think, is 5,000 feet. ATC did not say anything yet, so we'll put it at 5.1 for now. Just to remind us that that was not a clearance we have received so far. And runway heading is 231. Let's wait a bit with our V-speeds until boarding is completed and we have our zero fuel weight. I think we can check here if boarding passengers now, it doesn't tell us how far we are. And we don't see them walking either, the passengers. Manchester ground is 121,855.
Manchester traffic, Scenic, please over Delta, lining up and taking off runway 22 left via Tango 1, Manchester traffic.
Okay, 23 left is still in use. Yeah, only ground control is online. So before entering, I think even before crossing runway 23 right, we will be handed over to advisory, where we have to do position calls.
Here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Safety inspection checklist and before start checklist to the line.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electrical hydraulic pumps.
Turn them on now. On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist completed.
IRS mode selectors.
Yeah, we'll wait with the rest. Yeah, knowing GSX, this boarding will continue forever, so I'll just input our load sheet in here. And we're pretty light today with 125 packs and 340 kilos of luggage.
Manchester traffic.
That gives us our zero fuel weight.
Passing 2000, final call, Manchester traffic.
Just pin this and we'll do our performance calculation for runway 23 left. We prefer a flaps 5 takeoff with double D rate, no anti-ice. Takeoff weight 59.8. And CG 23.1. So yeah, we can do a double D rate.
Manchester traffic shut down for lining up until hard 823 left Manchester.
Let's have a quick look at our reserves. Let's do 2.2. Yeah, we can climb all the way up to flight level 400. I will put 350 in there for now. We can change it later. Let's see what ATC does for us. And the average wind is 63.33. Top of climb temperature -56. Transition altitude is correct. Double D rate. 51 assumed temperature. Do a normal climb. 5-degree flaps, 23.1. 135, 136, 139, 135, 136, 139. And a good check, if you take the last two numbers here, 39 plus 20 should give you more or less your gross weight. That's a good check to see if everything is sensible. Our trim is 5.29, so let's set that. And what I said here about the V2 and the gross weight, this only works on the 737-800. Don't try it on another model. I'm not sure actually, but I'm sure it works on the 737-800. First flight of today is right igniter. And we can continue our checklist. Not really. We need to do our PA. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard on this Ryanair flight from Manchester to Grenoble. We do apologize for this delay, but we will be closing the doors shortly and estimate our pushback from this stand within the next 5 minutes. We will take off from the westerly runways today and then turn south towards London, across the channel near Brighton, and then continue towards France, Paris, and start our approach into Grenoble. Our estimated flight time today is 1 hour and 36 minutes, and the weather in Grenoble at this moment, some very light westerly winds, clear skies and 13 degrees. Once again, apologies for this delay. We'll catch up as much as possible of this once in the air. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. Okay, the IRS.
Manchester traffic,
Nav.
455,
Gear
taking off
pits.
runway
1, 2, 3, removed.
Probe covers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, removed.
Light test.
That's why we have checklists, because we forget to do tests. Before we continue, but the lights are checked, so we'll already fire up our APU. Checked.
Oxygen.
Let's just see if we can tested 100%.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Yaw damper.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Fuel.
6.0 required, 6.5 on board, 4 pumps on.
Cabin utility, IFE, galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
PAX auto, bleeds on, set.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
PAX auto, bleeds on, set.
Air conditioning and pressurization. Pressurization and mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
RTO. RTO. Yeah, FS2Crew is not always very good in recognizing my voice. RTO. Set and checked.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stabilizer trim cut out, switched.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron trims.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
We still have to do that. Let's do that first maybe, and then continue the checklist.
Manchester traffic, Channel 3, Kilo Whiskey crossing T2 right, Papa 1.
So, we can go to the pins here, that's easier. We are at stand 54, which will require a pushback. I'm expecting a pushback facing to the west, and depending on how far we push, probably to Gulf 3, we'll take the Gulf 4 Juliet Hotel, or depending on ATC, Hotel 2 Hotel, and via Victor to runway 23 left.
Manchester traffic, easy 22 down limit, lining up on the
Takeoff roll, we'll stop for anything before 80 knots, meaning any weird noises, any malfunction indication. We'll stop. After 80 knots, we will only stop for an engine failure, any kind of fire, wind shear warning, or if we deem the aircraft unsafe to fly. And after V1, we'll take the problem into the air. Switch to heading mode and continue straight ahead, climbing to 3,000 feet. Inform ATC, request to hold, manage the problem, and return to the airfield. We are underweight, so we can, if required, return immediately for landing.
Manchester traffic, line at the bar and east.
All going well, we'll continue on the sit. We'll climb straight ahead to DME 3.2 from Manchester VOR.
Manchester traffic, Scandinavian 82 Bravo via Papa 1, cross runway 23 right, continue taxi holding point Tango 1 via Tango. Manchester.
And as redundancy, we will put that frequency in our nav, and
Manchester traffic, go from Tango, crossing runway 23 right, continuing taxi to 23 left via Hotel. Manchester traffic,
and we'll turn right, heading to A2.
Lining up behind the departing Scenic 23 left.
And intercept the Han radial 332.
Manchester traffic, Scandi 82 Bravo, holding Tango 1 in sequence.
We'll
Manchester.
put that in our FMC as well. Han is 11365.
Manchester traffic, Janet 3 Kilo Whiskey to Baron 23 left, number 1 Yankee Manchester.
Okay, that's in there. .5. And Tapley 4 miles on 152. 5 miles to Sanba, still 152, and then we continue on our flag run route, and that completes the brief. The threats today is only ATC on the ground, so be careful when crossing runways or taking off for other traffic. Weather is fine, so yeah, complacency is a threat as well, so we'll stick to all the known procedures. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, the briefing is
An easy one.
discussed.
EA.
Taking
complete.
Runway 2.
FMC and CDU.
Yankee departure.
See, checklists are important. I always forget something. So V2 is 139. And with this, the CDU is set, the FMC is set as well. Set.
N1 and indicated airspeed bonus.
Manchester traffic, Scandinavian A2 Bravo by Tango 1, line up and wait, runway 23 left, Manchester.
Auto reduce 22K. 87%.
N1 and indicated airspeed bonus.
Yes, I'm telling you. Auto reduce 22K, 88%, speeds 136, 139, 139. Set.
Stabilizer trim.
5.2 units set.
Stabilizer trim.
5.2 units set.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and checked.
Performance, weight and balance.
Signed and sent.
Signed and sent.
Manchester traffic.
Phones.
Off.
Off. Electronic flight bag.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Airplane mode and stowed. Flight deck windows and cockpit.
Manchester traffic, Scandinavian A2 Bravo.
Doors.
Take off runway 23 left, Pole Hill 1 Yankee departure, Manchester.
Closed.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
Before start check,
Manchester traffic, go uniform Tango lining up on runway 23 left.
Touch frequency. Boarding sound keeps going, but that's GSX. That's beyond my control. Manchester Grand, good morning. Ryanair 468 Golf stand 54, Boeing 737-800, request our departure clearance.
468 Golf, good morning. Delivery is now online. You can contact them 121705.
Sorry about that. 121705, Ryanair 468 Golf. And Manchester delivery, good morning. Ryanair 468 Golf, stand 54, Boeing 737-800, request departure clearance.
Ryanair 468 Golf, clear to Lima Foxtrot Lima Sierra, number 1 Yankee departures, book 7731, QNH 1020, information echo excellence.
We have information echo QNH 1020, clear to destination via the Sunbar 1 Yankee departure, and squawk 7731 for Ryanair 468 Golf.
Ryanair 468 Golf, correct.
Before start checklist below the line.
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Alt off.
Before start checklist below the line completed.
And delivery, Ryanair 468 Golf, stand 54, request push and start.
Ryanair 468 Golf, stand 54, hold position, contact Manchester ground 121.8 for power play.
121855, Ryanair 468 Golf, thanks, bye. And Manchester ground, low again, Ryanair 468 Golf, stand 54, information echo, QNH 1020, set, request push and start.
468 Golf, 54, push start.
Push and start approved, 468 Golf.
Subject 450, request taxi, old scenery.
450, say again?
Requesting taxi, we've got the old scenery.
450, no problem. For the moment, taxi, hold November Delta 1.
Thanks, taxi, hold November Delta 1, subject 450.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Let's wait until our engines are behind those white lines. And start number 2 engine.
Starting engine 2.
Let's wait for N2 to go to 25%, and then we'll open the fuel. Three, 4, 5.
788 cross taxi. We are also using old scenery.
Number 2 stable.
788, no problems for the moment. Taxi, hold November Delta 1.
Hold November Delta 1, Tomjet 788.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting engine 1. Oil pressure.
450, you can taxi head and wait Papa 1, shoulder 23 right, for Echo, Lima and Papa.
Taxi Papa 1, shoulder 23 right, Echo Lima Papa, Tomjet 450.
Tomjet 788, taxi head and wait Papa 1, shoulder 23 right, by November Delta, Echo Lima Papa.
Taxi holding point Papa 1, 23 right by November Delta, Echo Lima and Papa for Tomjet 788.
Starter cutout. Number 1 stable.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Flight control check.
Ready.
Full left. Full right. Center. Full up.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Full down. Center.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And the rudder full left.
Tomjet 450, there's nothing further.
Full right.
Unicom, good morning.
Unicom
Center.
450, good morning.
Flight controls check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
Checked.
On.
Checked.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continues.
Probe heat.
On.
Checked.
On.
Checked.
He doesn't understand my on. On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Air conditioning.
PAX auto bleeds on.
Tomjet 788, monitor Unicom, have a good morning.
Unicom 1228, Tomjet 788, good morning.
Auto. Auto. Auto.
Flaps.
5 required, 5 set, green light.
3012-307, push start approved, face south, QNH 1020.
5.2 units set.
Stabilizer trim.
5.2 units required, 5.2 units set.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
And Manchester Grand Ryanair 468 Golf. I think we pushed back into the wrong direction, but request a taxi anyway.
468 Golf, that's no problem. Right, Golf 4 Juliet holds Hotel 1 short of 23 right.
Right Golf 4, right Juliet, and hold short of Hotel 1 for 23 right, Ryanair 468 Golf. Clear on the left.
Clear right.
Check our brakes. Before takeoff, checklist to the line.
Before takeoff, checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
5 green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.2 units set.
Takeoff briefing.
Reviewed.
Holding air cabin. Cabin.
Secure.
Before takeoff, checklist to the line completed.
Ryanair 468 Golf, there's nothing further. This monitor Unicom, good morning.
Switching to Unicom, Ryanair 468 Golf, good morning.
Limited traffic opening Tango 4 runway 09.
Manchester traffic, Ryanair 468 Golf, cross runway 23 right via hotel. Manchester traffic, 23 right, crossing. No response, so I suppose that nobody is on approach. Let's put our strobe lights on while crossing.
Manchester traffic, 788 airborne from 23 left.
Yeah, still no WASM crash, but yeah, on the earlier flights where it went wrong, it sometimes happened during startup, cockpit preparation, but also later in the flight, so let's not share too early. fast for that turn. Manchester traffic, Ryanair 468 Golf, line up and take off runway 23 left, Manchester traffic. Approach is clear on the left.
Approach is clear on the right.
Before takeoff, checklist below the line.
Stand by.
Before takeoff, checklist below the line. MCP.
Set. Set. Set and checked.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist below the line completed.
Timing.
Timing. Stabilized.
Set takeoff thrust.
Takeoff thrust set, indications normal.
Checked.
80 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate.
Gear up.
Positive rate. Gear up. LNAV.
Checked. Bug up.
Bug up.
Select autopilot on. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up.
After takeoff checklist.
Stand by.
After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization 1.6 set. Altimeters.
Set and checked.
After takeoff checklist completed. Flaps up, no lights.
Manchester traffic, KLM 6274 at Foxtrot 1, will cross T3 right. Manchester traffic.
Set standard.
Checked. Checked.
We're on level change, so we can ignore the altitude restrictions. And I think we can accelerate as well.
Liverpool traffic, EG3487, pushing back, stand 1 facing north, EG23.
traffic, airline for Tuesday, taking off 23 left, summit to 1 gallon.
Altimeters.
Traffic.
10 checks.
10 checks. Fuel for pumps on lights. APU. Air conditioning and pressurization for 0.3. Fasten belts. Recall monitor 121.50 on VHF2.
Okay, we are on our way to Grenoble. Okay, at about 200 nautical miles before our top of descent, we will start to prepare our approach into Grenoble. And it's a short flight, as you see, we're still above the channel, but need already to prepare the arrival. So we go on descent to our forecast page. And put in the wind speeds for flight level 310, flight level 200 and 100. That will give the VNAV path a nice picture of the actual winds. And we can find the winds on our sim brief flight plan package. Descent winds 310, 4844. Level 200, 3927. And 100 is 18 at 9. QNH is 1012 expected. Winds us, yeah, slight tailwinds now. Just check on Flight Simulator if there is yeah, it's runway 27 in use now. So we'll have to change that as well. Runway 27 does not have an ILS. We'll do the RNAV approach for runway 27. Last waypoint is still Lesby. And it looks like the Lesby 5 Alpha arrival. And we already know that leads us to Arbon, so that will be our transition for the RNAV 27. Let's check that in our charts as well. So the approach is now the RNP 27. You have control?
I have control.
Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Go ahead.
So we'll fly the Lesby 5 Alpha arrival. Which will bring us from Lesby to Gofok. On heading 107, track 107 for 17.3 miles. The difference is acceptable, it says 70.5 here. And we need to be above 5,000. Gofok needs to be crossed below 120, and that restriction is in our FMC. From Gofok, we continue on track 144 for 22.4 miles. 144, 22.4 miles. This difference is acceptable. To Mebak. And from Mebak, we'll continue on track 156 to Arbon for 27.4 miles. Arbon does not have a speed restriction on here, but maybe on the RNAV map, and we need to be above 5,000 feet, so let's check that on the RNAV map. Yes, cross Arbon above 5,000 feet, max speed 220, that's in the FMC. From Arbon, we continue on track 108 for 11 miles to Lima Sierra 40T2. 108, 11 miles, Lima Sierra 402. And here we get closer to the terrain, so that will be a threat. So we treat every GPWS warning as serious. Visibility should be good, so we can have a good look out of the window as well. Anyway, that 073 9.4 miles leads us to Dopim. Speed now is 200 knots max, still above 5,000 feet. And then we continue to 401, 8.6 miles on the same track. Between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. Below 200 knots, that's checked. Then we continue on track 061, and here it says 060, that's acceptable. Put 2.1 mile, here it says 2.8. Oh no, that's this one, 2.1, 2.8, 061 to LS 400. Below 190 knots, and then we turn right north 358 2.5. Always check from here to there, so 3.5 2.8 nautical miles. 2.5 nautical miles, the difference is acceptable on track 358 358. To ILS 27, but there is no ILS, just the name of the waypoint. Above 4,200 feet, below 185 knots. That's all correct in the FMC.
Traffic.
I don't see the traffic. And we continue on track 268.
Climb. Climb.
FLS 27, and then we'll land on runway 27. So that's all correct in the FMC. Go around, will be straight ahead for 3 miles to Lima Sierra 410. Not exceeding 220 knots, that's correct in the FMC. And then to Arbonne, 5,000 feet, maximum 220 knots. The go around altitude is 5,000 feet. Minimums are 1612. Runway has a nice length. I don't see any problems there. Runway 27. Runway heading is 268. We'll probably vacate via Sierra 2. Turn left on Tango 2, and unless there's ATC telling us something else, we'll take stand number 2. We'll have a good look at our wingtips, as everything looks pretty tight here on this airfield. Here's Charlie 2. And that completes the brief. Any questions?
No questions.
Civil traffic Air France 934 heavy departure runway 09 right for civil traffic.
Aircraft departing.
There's no ILS. This doesn't do anything, but it at least reminds us of the runway heading.
What's this?
My seat. My seat is level 6 close.
Alright, Ron, continue. The doctor after 50 miles from the holder last for the traffic target barrel.
In case of a go around and we want to divert, we will divert to Lyon. So we can put that VOR in there. And we'll put that ILS frequency in standby as well. We lose 1.1 tons of fuel until arrival, so 56 will be our landing weight. Let's do a performance check. that should do for that exit, and VREF 142 with the 5 knots, so 137. Bottom altitude is 3,600. Whatever, I don't know. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Landing altitude 1300 set.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach briefing and fuel.
Discussed.
Indicated airspeed and altimeter bugs.
VREF 137. Minimums 1612 checked and set.
Indicated airspeed and altimeter bugs.
VREF 137. Minimums 1612 checked and set.
And altimeter bugs. Indicated airspeed and altimeter bugs.
Set and checked.
Descent checklist completed.
Okay, what we forgot are the rings. We don't need the top of the centering anymore, obviously, so we'll put a 10-mile ring. That's the latest point at which we want to be at flaps 1. And as the weather is pretty good, we'll put a 4-mile ring where we want to be configured. In Grenoble, I will stop this video, but there will be a next video, and that will start with the 25-minute turnaround in Grenoble. Hopefully even a bit faster, which will be hard, but we can always try to catch up some of our delay. But for now, let's enjoy the scenery while landing here in Grenoble. Can put this back to 25 if the knob lets me. Go all the way down to minimums. On this course we won't need the engine on the ice. I thought Grenoble would be closer to the Alps, or maybe it is. See the higher mountains here.
Altimeters.
Passing flight level 100, 10 checks. Passing flight level 100, 10 checks.
Checked.
10 checks.
10 checks. Fuel for pumps on, lights, angle of bank, air conditioning and pressurization. 4.0. Fasten belts. Recall 121.50 selected.
Should be the airport. and we'll fly like this to get in. Cabin is secured. Yeah, there is some mountains here. Thought the approach would be a bit more spectacular, but it's still well, a nice view and close to the mountains. But for a flight on the last winter day of this year. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Flaps 5.
Two miles to go.
$2,500.
Gear down, flaps 15.
Gear down, speed checked. Flaps 15.
Descent. Flaps 30.
Speed checked. Flaps 30.
Five miles, 3,090. Landing checklist to flaps.
Landing checklist to flaps. Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Speed brake.
Armed green light.
Landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Auto brake.
Two set.
Flaps.
1,000.
30 green light.
Holding at landing lights.
Complete a checklist.
Holding at landing lights.
Complete a checklist.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist completed.
Manual flight.
Checked.
$500.
500 feet.
Checked.
400. Plus 100. 300. Minimums.
Minimums.
Continue.
200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse as normal. 9%. 100 knots. $80 knots. 60 knots. Auto brake disarmed. APU on the buses. Three minutes.
Wait for the N2 to be below 20. We can turn off the anti-collision lights. Let's request the APU as well. Transit shutdown checklist.
Electrical.
On GPU. On GPU.
Fasten belts.
Off.
Probe heat.
Off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Voice recorder.
On.
Air conditioning packs.
Auto.
Engine bleeds.
On.
APU bleed.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Steady and logo set.
Exterior lights.
Steady. Steady set.
Start switches.
Off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Flaps.
Up, no lights.
Parking brake.
Set.
Start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Transponder.
$2,000 standby.
Transponder.
$2,000 standby.
CVRCB.
In.
Cockpit door.
Unlocked.
Transit shutdown checklist completed.
Start setting up. Let's start setting up.
Roger. I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, I'll be working on my 25 minutes turnaround. I hope you enjoyed this video. All the aircraft is deboarding. Here at Grenoble, Alpes Airport. And this is the Irons in scenery. And as you can see, I'm using GSX. For the ground services. Again, thank you for watching, and the next video will start with the turnaround and then our return flight to Manchester. Not to miss any of my videos, please subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified when a new video comes out. Like this video, leave a comment, that would mean the world to me, and thank you again for watching. Bye.